Hi, everyone. It's Diana here, and I'm sitting today with our managing partner, Sandra Ziskind, and host of Ask a Traffic Cop, Mr. Sean Shapiro. It's becoming a real issue. We're going to talk about e-bikes today. I swear to God, the other day I was driving and I saw one cutting the lane. And then again, a following day, cutting a lane, riding the sidewalk, going in the cycling lane. I can't anymore.
Well, you said becoming, and I think we have to correct it and say it's a huge freaking problem.
It's a huge issue.
People are doing whatever they want,
right?
Buying vehicles that they know full on are illegal on the road. The Highway Traffic Act says they're motor vehicles. They just have this little mystical magical power that says if it does less than 32 kilometers an hour on a flat surface,
which nobody's doing that.
They're all modified or ungoverned to go faster. So they're all motorcycles, not e-bikes.
Right.
But that aside.
No license plate, nothing. No, nothing.
Because they're operating and saying, it's an e-bike. I've even seen motorcycles with e-bike plastic license plates. They're just printing up or putting on fake plates and running gas-powered motorcycles on the road with no license or no insurance. It's a huge problem for everybody, and it should be something that everyone's concerned about.
Saying no license and no insurance in front of Sandra is like,
it's a trigger.
It's a trigger up.
How's your pulse going?
Screaming. It's going to trigger up. Yes. Are you seeing an uptick in injuries in e-bikes?
We get so many e-bikes, scooters, and the problem is exactly like what Sean said. We're trying to help people, but they don't have insurance. They're not supposed to be using it. The bike itself, the vehicle itself is illegal. So you're now very limited in what you can do. I've never had one that came in with insurance. I haven't had one e-bike or scooter over the limit that has come in with proper insurance.
They never would.
Are you turning those people away though? I have to ask. Are you turning them away because you're like, listen, I can't help you because you were doing everything illegal?
We are and we aren't. We're trying to figure out different avenues on where to go with them. I'm still trying to kind of figure it out because I do think the people selling these vehicles do have some responsibility, because if I sell you a car, you cannot leave my lot without insurance. And that's part of the rules and regulations, right?
Yeah.
The people that are selling these bikes are absolutely misrepresenting what they are, and they're doing it for their own, means. They want to sell you the bike. They want to make money, and I think their businesses are going to change dramatically soon. What we need is oversight, like OMVIC for regular car dealers.
Yeah, because there's no regulatory body.
We need someone to be governing it. I volunteer. I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
But we need to regulate these people because they're putting weapons in the hands of their users without any training, without any knowledge, and giving them the belief that they don't need it. You can just do it for $25 a week.
So that's exactly what we've been doing. So instead of turning people away, what we're doing is trying to figure out who the seller is and whether or not they properly warranted what the vehicle is. And I've noticed a lot of them, and to me, it's not enough. They put like this very generic disclaimer that says, check your local laws.
Right.
Check your local laws. Okay.
Yeah. Who's doing that?
A lot of these vehicles, especially like go city by city, are illegal. They're illegal in Toronto. You're not supposed to be doing that. Meanwhile, they're in Toronto. Yeah. They're not supposed to be, like you said, over 32. They're selling them over 32.
Sure.
So I think, I'm hoping that the law will change soon and recognize that there has to be more regulation. But right now, I don't think it's, in my opinion, I think if you are selling a dangerous vehicle, and it is a vehicle under the Motor Vehicle Act to someone without insisting they have proof of insurance, you could be liable.
All right, let's call those people out. Who are the people?
Oh, hang on. I want to do one thing before we talk about that.
Yeah.
Parents, I don't know which camera I should be talking. Don't buy this for your kids.
Yeah.
Can I say
Yes.
Don't buy this for your kids. I'm seeing little kids under the age of 16. First of all, you have to be 16 to operate these vehicles.
Right.
But I'm seeing little kids, 10, 11 years old, no helmets. They're riding on vehicles doing 60 kilometers an hour. Who's putting their children, first of all, who doesn't like their children that much? I mean, you may not love your kids some days.
I think there's a lot of rollover. I think there's just a lot of rollover parents these days that are like, yeah, whatever you want, right?
We'll shut the kid up. I'm seeing kids on absolutely illegal vehicles riding to school. It's to the point where my children's school had to put out a letter saying, these vehicles are illegal, right? To the parents. So what's going on? Why is this such a problem? We just don't care. We don't care. It's easier.
Yeah, and they figure, okay, it's to them it might be a safe way for their kid to transport around or to get from point A to point A.
But it's not
sooner.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, like instead of dropping them off at school, we're gonna do this for them. But
and the opposite, that you have people who have a DUI and they don't really need any kind of licensing or anything
hang on a second.
to use it as a
DUI. Yeah, that means that they are disqualified from operating a motor vehicle. And even
it's not a motor vehicle yet.
It is a motor vehicle. It's a motor vehicle under the criminal code. It's a motor vehicle, regardless of what any other provincial law says. So if you've been disqualified under federal law, which is the criminal code,
right,
you are disqualified. And just because it's an e-bike, even if it's a legal e-bike, it is a motor vehicle, and you are disqualified. So many people are getting arrested.
Just to clarify what Sean's saying, I just want to be clear, because every level of government deals with a different thing.
Okay.
So this is the problem with these e-bikes and scooters. All three levels of government are dealing with them differently.
Yes.
And this is the issue. So like what Sean said, at the federal level, so all criminal code, unlike the US, all criminal activities in Canada is federal. So it goes by the federal government, which means every province has the same criminal code. So what Sean was saying is correct. These are vehicles under the criminal code. So if you are not supposed to be driving a motor vehicle, then you should not be driving it, period.
Let's pause for that, because that's very important.
And the definition of a motor vehicle under the Criminal Code of Canada is anything other than muscular power, period.
Like these?
That it is an electric skateboard. It's anything.
Okay.
So that's federal.
Federal.
Now we have provincial. Provincial is Highway Traffic Act. It is your insurance. It is the Motor Vehicle Act. That's the provincial level. So that defines what is a motor vehicle under all of those acts. And that is now speed regulations like...
They have two layers. They say anything other than muscular, but then they have some other things that give special permission and further definitions, and it gets confusing.
Okay.
But we still know what it is.
Okay.
And that's why these homes, what do they call them? The personal mobility scooters that are fake personal mobility scooters are being sold as personal mobility scooters, but really they're cars.
Right.
And they're just putting fancy labeling on them and misrepresenting them. So it's still a motor vehicle, but it's in a gray area where it's not specifically defined, and they're kind of trying to sell it under the guidelines of an e-bike, and it's kind of here as but you can't go shopping in Walmart with some of those things.
No,
they're not.
But there are speed limits on
well.
those ones, right? So like if you're under a speed limit, like under the 32, then it's not a vehicle, arguably, like you said, gray. But if it's over the 32, it's a motor vehicle requiring insurance.
Yes.
That's the differential.
Okay.
It's not motor vehicle. It's when you need the insurance, when the insurance is triggered, and that goes by speed.
I would ask you to do it province by province, but we're going to talk specifically about Ontario. Ontario says
right
that
it's over a certain speed, and most
it depends on the definition of the type of vehicle. Like an e-kick scooter, it's 24 kilometers an hour.
Right.
Under an e-bike, it's 32 kilometers an hour.
God, just ban them all.
So that's what I'm saying. So now you got to look at the type of vehicle, then the speed. And by the way, if it is like, for example, a scooter that goes over 24, it is now illegal.
And in some jurisdictions, like municipally, City of Toronto says all e-kick scooters are
So
illegal.
that's the next level.
Yeah.
You have the cities, city by city.
Yeah.
It goes bylaw by bylaw. So Sean is right. Toronto, everything's illegal.
So you can't ride them, period? It doesn't matter the speed. It doesn't matter anything. It's just illegal, straight up. You cannot ride those things.
E-kick scooters are under a provincial pilot. So they're only allowed if the jurisdiction opted in. So by definition, or automatically it's illegal unless they said, we want this. Right. So York Region, Mississauga, they allow it. Yeah. Toronto says no. And they don't want it because of the head injuries. They know that in jurisdictions that have these, head injuries have gone way up.
100%.
So this is why it's so difficult. So when a consumer is buying this product, you now have to look at three levels of government.
Who says what?
Who says
it's like
all
that
different
Spider-Man
things.
meme where they're all pointing at each other.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out, like you said, federal, Ontario, then the local city you're in.
Yeah.
This is insane. So you're selling a vehicle that is essentially illegal maybe in 2 out of 3 and maybe okay in 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
It's
So if I'm riding around in Mississauga, then I all of a sudden cross I'm on the lake shore, and all of a sudden now I'm in the city of Toronto.
The drones start chasing you. It's a big deal.
That's right.
I'm going to make a prediction though. It's been said for a long time that it's just a matter of time until the laws catch up to the changes in technology. People have been importing stuff from Amazon overseas, selling it out of garages on Kijiji, and people have been just doing whatever they want, and no one's been dealing with it because the law was not specific. I am predicting the law is going to get very specific, and these are all going to get reined in.
It's too confusing for Sandra. It's too confusing for me. That's for sure.
Well, I want to do the follow-up when we see what happens soon.
Sorry, can we just quickly, if we don't mind, I want to call out these people that are selling these things. And Sandra, what are you looking for in terms of, like, do you need a bill of sale? Like, what are you looking for as a personal injury lawyer? You find out they bought it from What's the?
It could be any place. Honestly, it's every place online. Even the big people, like you said, Amazon, Best Buy, they're all selling these things.
Yeah.
So
Not like on Facebook Marketplace situation, but like
everything,
everywhere.
It's literally everywhere. So wherever you're buying it, yes.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for where they bought it from, what they told them at the time, whether they disclosed to them all the different regulations, all the different rules, all the posting, and whether they knew what their limitations were, and somebody explained it to them.
Right. Okay.
I've got an unpopular answer for what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Sell it. Get rid of it. Don't drive them. They're not safe. They're not a good idea. And very soon you may find yourself being told it's absolutely prohibited to be on the road, which means you're going to be out of money. So get rid of it.
Amen. I hope this is the last time we talk about it, but I have a feeling that the laws might be changing, and we're going to be right back here talking about what those changes will be. Anyways, thanks for joining us today, everybody. I know we talked it to death, but it's very important information.
My favorite topic.
Yeah.